Hey, what's up? This is Václav, and this is another video about security cameras. But hey, don't leave. I know that you find those videos boring, but I promise this one is going to be different. Most of my videos in the past, they were usually sort of reviews of the cameras that I received from someone, from a company from usually China, really. But this time is different. I didn't receive any camera. I actually bought it. I bought camera from Amazon in the US because this is not available in Europe. So I went through the struggle to get it through customs and pay VAT or whatnot, wait for it. And the reason I bought it was I had those cheap Sonoff cameras and I didn't really like their quality and the way how they looked anyhow. So I bought a couple of those and I put them inside in the interior. And but those cameras by default, they don't work with Home Assistant. But there is a firmware that allows you to configure it. So you could use RTSP. They don't work through the cloud, so there'll be local RTSP, local streaming from those. So I'm going to show you how to load it and how to configure it. So this is one part. And the other part is there's one thing I wanted to do a long time, and this is because I care about privacy. I always wanted to have those inside cameras so they turn off when my security system goes off. So when I'm inside or someone is inside and we disarm the alarm, I wanted those cameras to turn off so it doesn't actually spy on us when we're home. So this is what I did through the WyzeCam integration. I'm going to show that to you as well. So let's get started. So first I need to download the custom firmware. So it's available directly from the Wyze support pages. I'm going to provide the link in the description, but here I'm going to just search for it. So I'm going to go for Wyze RTSP. There you go. And there's a first link, WyzeCam RTSP, or the WyzeCam support. And here are the instructions you're going to follow. So I have the WyzeCam v3, so I'm going to just download the RTSP file. And it will download a zip file, and so I'm gonna open the zip file. And in the zip file there is a file called demo vcv3.bin, and so I need a micro SD card that I'm gonna put in my computer, and then I just need to take this file and save it to this micro SD card. I already have it there, so I guess I can replace it, doesn't really matter. Right, so now I have the firmware on the card and we need to load it on the camera. So this is a time to take it out of the box and put it on. So I'm gonna just open it, get it out. There you go. I like this magnetic mount, it's kind of nice. The camera has a magnet from the bottom, so you can glue it somewhere and then just stick it somewhere, and it holds through the magnet. It's very nice. This is the adapter. So I bought it in the US, so we'll have to figure this one out. And then this is the actual camera in here. So let me just take it out. There we go. Right, and the way to do it is if I take this stand out, so I just need to lift it. There are those two rubber plugs, and one is for the SD card and one is actually a button called setup that I need to hold. So I need to take this rubber plug for the SD card, so I'm gonna just take it out. There you go, and I'm gonna put the SD card in it, so I guess this way. There you go, it clicked, so it's in. And now what I need to do is I need to really plug it in the power, but as I'm plugging it in the power I need to hold this setup button at the same time. So it's kind of operation where I need more hands than I have. So let me see, I will just plug this one in because it's not so easy to put it in, because there is this waterproof rubbery thing around. So let me just plug this one in, fine. And then I'm gonna just hold the setup and I'm gonna plug this one into the outlet. So I plug it in and I will hold the button until the lights turn purple, like blue and red at the same time. Then I can let it go and wait for the upgrade to finish. It'll take about 3 to 4 minutes, during which the lights will keep changing colors But when it's finished, it will start the regular setup, so the lights will be flashing red. And so now it's blinking red. We can just configure it and add it to our network. So I'm gonna open the Wyze app that I have downloaded in the meantime. So I have this Wyze app. Here we go. So I have already one camera configured in there. And so I can push this plus icon in there and I say add a device. I'd like to add a camera, and it's WyzeCam version 3. So this is it, and it says plug your WyzeCam into the power outlet and will flash red, and this is it. So I'm gonna just go next, and then press the setup under your camera. So I'm gonna press the setup button. So this is it.
Ready to connect.
So it says ready to connect. I said I heard ready to connect, and I go next. Then I'm gonna select my network. So I'm gonna select my Wi-Fi and enter the password. There you go, and I go next, and then it showed me the QR code, so I'm gonna just scan it.
QR code scanned. Please wait.
So I click I heard QR code scanned. I go next, and it should be now connecting to my Wi-Fi. All right, so I have it on my network, and I can call it whatever upstairs, and I finish it. Now there is this ad for this cloud version of WyzeCam, but I don't really need that. So I'm gonna exit from this out and continue. And I don't want to share the device, so maybe later. So we now have the camera, so it's showing my picture, hello. And so what I can do now is I can go to configure and configure the device. And really what I need to do now, importantly, there's this advanced settings. And under the advanced settings, there is this RTSP on the bottom, which wouldn't be there with the original firmware, but because we have updated that, so it's there. So we need to configure it in order to add it to the Home Assistant. So I'm gonna go to RTSP, I'm gonna enable it, and here I'm gonna just enter my username. So I'm gonna just go RTSP for now, and password RTSP. This is obviously not gonna be my username and password, I'm gonna change it. But just for this video, I'm gonna say generate URL, and it created this URL. So there's the IP address of my camera, and there's the username and password in the URL. So I'm gonna just copy that, and I will need to configure it in my Home Assistant. So I can exit from here. Other than that, I can look through the configuration. So there is a night vision camera status lights. I can rotate the camera 180 degrees if I was mounting it from the ceiling, but I don't want to do that. I can show the timestamp or hide it. I don't want to show the logo, so I'm going to turn this one off. And other than that, I want to sync the time as well. And that's been really it. So now we can go back to Home Assistant and add it in there. So to add it to the Home Assistant, we have to do it through the configuration.yaml because the RTSP is not available in the integrations yet, unlike the ONVIF or the Reolink IP cameras or some others. So we have to go to our editor to edit our config.yaml file. I've actually split my configuration into packages. So I have my cameras set up in here in the camera.yaml in the packages directory. And I already have a couple of cameras connected. In fact, the second one is also a WyzeCam, so we can just add one more just like that. So under the camera, we will add one more entry in the list, and it's gonna be platform generic. And here we will just give it a name. So let's say first floor. And really we need to have a stream source. So, and normally you would have that in your secrets, so you would have something like that, and the actual string will be in your secrets.yaml, but I'm not going to show you my secrets file, right? So I'm going to just enter the string right here, so Control V. I have moved that from my mobile phone, and I will just have it here. And after I finish this video, I will give it a proper name and password, and I will move that into my secrets from there. So this is it. This is the camera configured. Now we can go into configuration, and we can go into settings, and we can reload the IP camera entities from here, or we can just restart Home Assistant, but not necessarily. We can just do it from here. So I reload the camera settings, and now that we go to developer tools, we can actually go to camera .first floor, and it should be here. And there we go, the camera is here. If I click on the little eye icon, I should see the image from the camera, and here it is. I've moved it to the first floor in the meantime, so the camera is there, and I think it's looking pretty cool. So this is the first part done. I suppose it was not too difficult, was it? So we configured the camera, added to the Home Assistant, and now I promised you one more thing, how to turn the camera on and off. For that, we're gonna actually need the Wyze integration, so that one goes through the cloud. And the Wyze integration, you have to install it first through the Home Assistant Community Store, through the integrations. So you need to add the Wyze integration in here. So just go or explore and download repositories and find the Wyze from there. And once you install it, then you can go to your configuration, device and settings, and you can add a new camera, and it's gonna be Wyze Home Assistant integration. And here you need to enter the Wyze login credentials. And so this is the username and password for your Wyze account that you have created when you downloaded the Wyze application to your mobile phone. But I've already done it, so I have the integration set up in here, and it should automatically discover all new devices that were added. So the camera, actually, I have it in here in the 3 devices. So I have the upstairs camera in here, and here we have the switch where you can turn the camera on and off. So you could create a simple automation that is going to turn the camera off when you come home and turn it back on when you leave. So it's just a matter of writing in application, but I'm not gonna go through that because I just finished a masterclass on creating automations in Home Assistant. So you can trigger it by any event you want, someone being home or not being home, and you can turn the camera on and off based on that. Right, so this has been it. I hope you find it useful. Well, let me know in the comments anyhow, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.